Om Devi Chandrakantayai Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Ma Chandraghanta Rupena Samstita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. With Ma's blessings, and please everyone join me in saying this. With Ma's permission, presence, and blessings, we begin. Good afternoon and welcome in to the season 8 of the Mystic Lotus and Dragonfly's awesome Devi Summit. The third aspect or form of the Navdurga forms of Mahadevi is Goddess Chandrakanta. She signifies spiritualism and internal power. It is said that praying to her, chanting her mantra, helps one develop foresight and leadership qualities, removing obstacles and paving the way for a happy, prosperous life. It is also believed that she rewards people with her grace, bravery, and courage. And on this auspicious day of Tritiya, or third day of Navratri, we have an expert who we know has shown and been grace under fire and courageous in the obstacles and battles she has been through in life. She's had a successful corporate career in banking and been a successful entrepreneur with real estate and relocation services and design and manufacture of handmade jewelry and home accessories. Destiny, as they say, had other plans in store for her. In the battle and survival against cancer, she was led to alternate healing. Having studied various healing modalities, she is now a life coach and transformation facilitator, certified as a dream builder coach and life mastery consultant with Mary Morrissey's Brave Thinking Institute, body whispering facilitator, light healing frequencies facilitator, and a facilitator of light key wellness system. She says, according to her, what's in the way is your mindset and what you pay attention to. For example, 2 years ago, she decided that she wanted credit coming in every day of the month. And that, dear people, is happening till now. Imagine that. And recently, she tripled her money in 2 months. How? How has she been walking her talk? Time to find out. Yes, let's find out then. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lady who's telling us about how we too have the capacity to change our money reality with money multiplying and money magnetizing. Smriti Shivdasani. Hi, Smriti. Welcome in.
Hi, Nilu. Thank you so very much for that beautiful, warm welcome. It's always such a pleasure to be with you, to be on this summit. And I must say that what you guys do, and I've always said that, maintained
Yes.
that what you all do is phenomenal, amazing. It's not an easy task to put this whole summit together, and you do it time after time with different kinds of topics that go on to contribute so much to people's lives. And, there are so many programs offered by some phenomenal experts, like you call them, and some take on certain programs and they move forward with it. And there are certain people who may not in that moment be able to take on any program, but nobody leaves the summit without having got enriched from it. So there are so many takeaways that will occur, and this is for everybody. There'll be so many takeaways that will occur in every call. So my recommendation is bring your entire self to the call, be present, be in that energetic state and in a physical state which is ready to take, what you require, what your life requires, run with it, apply it, and, fill your notebooks with all your notes, like play full out to benefit from every call on this summit. That's just the way to do it.
Thank you so
So
much,
thank you for
Smriti.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. All of us at the team, very grateful for that. And thank you for this energizing boost. Before we go in though, I have to say this, people, you've got to join me because congratulations are in order. Smriti has just been awarded just last night. Okay, just last night this has happened where she's been presented an award for impacting over 50 lives by igniting the fire of their dreams. Congratulations, Smriti. Everybody join me in congratulating Smriti, please. And I'm so sorry,
Thank you
Smriti.
so much.
This
It's
call
like
cannot
right here.
continue. Yeah, oh, pick it up. I was just going to say this call cannot continue till you do not show us your award. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations all over again.
Thank you so, so very much.
Yeah. And
Let me put this back nicely, delicately.
and it's time for you to ignite that fire here now. For
Absolutely.
everyone.
Looking forward to that. Is there any
Absolutely.
particular place where you would like me to begin?
Well, actually, exactly what I mentioned in the beginning. First of all, you've manifested for yourself all that. I mean, 2 years, everyday credit, tripled your money in less than 2 months, just recently, in the recent past. And simultaneously, you're also here to tell us about, give us insights on what are these beliefs or things that we have that are holding us back from having greater monies. So please, I know both of them are interrelated. So tell us, how did that happen? What did you do?
So, this tripling of the money in 2 months is something that is not new to me, really. I have been in situations where I've had no money, literally on the road, no money, no job, no support. And I've gone on and created, businesses of my own and doing well businesses, all right. And so there have been all kinds of scenarios, making loads of money, not making, enough money, and been through the trials, tribulations. And I know what it's like not to have money, that struggle. You want to choose something, but you can't because you don't have money. There's so many things, that create like a disappointment in your heart because you don't have the money, and that irritation, that frustration, that senseless sense of powerlessness. Yeah. Give me like a yes if you kind of relate to that, right? Just raise your hand if you relate to that, right? So
Plenty of hands
recently,
will go up.
yeah, recently what happened for me was that in March, as I went for my routine scans, which I have to go for every 3 months due to my health situation, I was told that the tumors in the lungs have flared up once again, and I need to kind of go back into a chemo routine. And so I started chemo routines, and they were really very intense. And as a result, there was just no energy in me, and I was feeling nauseated all the time. There was acidity, and like even going to the bathroom was like, as if I have to go and trek on Mount Everest. And in those moments, when you're feeling, so challenged by your condition, what is going on with you. Like for me, it was a physical condition. For you, it may be, you're so challenged when the relationship is not working out, you're at the verge of a divorce, maybe, or you're having a challenge where your finances have been wiped out. You made some losses on the stock market, for example, or you've been cheated by somebody, or somebody owes you money, hasn't paid you back. It's every challenge is it looks like as if it's unsurmountable, and in that moment your energy kind of drops and you don't know what to do. You just feel stuck. And in that moment, even though this is my day in day out practice, I cannot say that I didn't have that moment. And I had that moment where I was like, I hardly have any energy. I just feel uh, so challenged, really. I'm not able to move forward. I'm uh, feeling frustrated because I know there is more that is possible, and I'm not able to do it because of the physical situation. And in that moment, I caught myself. There was this one particular moment. I remember it was a morning. I had woken up and I was barely working 4 or 5 days a month. So obviously my income had dropped to like 1/5. I'm normally used to earning high seven figures. Yeah. And then suddenly you're like down to six-figure income, and you've got, things to take care of. And I wasn't enjoying myself. I said, this is not me. This is not who I am. And so I pulled out all my tools and I said, Smriti, back to action. Yeah. For I know, I believe, and I know this, that each and every one of us have a power within us. We have a divine intelligence within us that is breathing us. It is creative. It is powerful. It has created this entire universe. So, this power that lies within me, this intelligence, this creativity, can create all the income I desire, irrespective of the circumstances. So, it doesn't matter what I'm going through, what my body is going through. Yeah. But all I have to do is focus on, put my attention on what is true. So, what my body is going through is a fact. The side effects of chemo, the aches, pains, nausea, all that is a fact. But who am I really? I'm an infinite being. I'm a spirit being having a human experience. Actually, I'm having a spiritual experience in this human body through this human experience, which is basically pulling me towards feeling I'm small, I'm helpless, I'm stuck, I can't move forward, right? What do? I see no way out of this. What choice do I have here? After all, I have this fourth state situation going on. What do I do? But that's not true. And no matter how much we are in this training and practice, we have to remind ourselves again and again, because our mind, our thinking is a fickle thing. It goes anywhere and everywhere. So we learn to become masters of our mind, masters of our thinking, master of what we put our attention on. So so this is the process of mastery. So I said, okay, I'm going to focus on the truth. The truth is I'm bigger than this. And the truth is, no matter what the challenges may be, none of them are bigger than who I am. And I can make money, and the kind of money I would love in this scenario too. So just that one shift in the way I was thinking got me onto that pathway. So in any moment, we have innumerable pathways we can go on. Okay. So I can go on the I'm stuck pathway, I'm choiceless pathway, all those, but I can go on. What if it was easy to make money no matter what's going on in my body? Right? What if it was easy? What if the intelligence within me knows how? Okay. So it was not, it wasn't. That's not even numbers. I would love to have more because I can do so much more with that, with all the projects I support. So that was it. The moment I made up my mind, my energy levels started shifting, and gradually things came to a pass. And at one moment, the decision to stop the chemos occurred, and the energy levels started going up, and I was back there with a bang. And I have noticed that when my vibration is great, yeah, so there's a law of resonance. So when our vibration is great, yeah, when our vibration is focused, is filled with possibilities, right? You tend to, by law of resonance, draw everything that is a match to that energy. So my energy is, if possible, I'm bigger than this. There are a lot of opportunities where I can do programs without it taking a toll on my body. And boom, 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 ideas started coming in. This program, that program, I can do this on WhatsApp. I can do this like a short call, And there I was, ready with plenty of offers that I could do and deliver with utmost ease. So I ended up serving so many more people in the last 2-3 months. And they have grown from the programs, and they have made money because I did, a few money-related programs. So that was my hot topic in the moment. And I launched a few new coaching programs as a life mastery consultant. And here I am, having tripled my income. I also ended up getting a big fat income tax return, by the way, that month.
Who does not want that?
So it was all a matter of what am I putting my attention on? Because where I put my attention on, is where the energy flows. What I put my attention on is what I draw into my life, right?
Right.
So the things like you asked me, what is it that comes in the way is our mindset, our languaging. So when I say mindset, what do I mean by mindset? Mindset is made up of a few things. What I am thinking moment to moment. Yeah. If right now I ask you, what are you thinking right now? You may realize you're not even thinking what I'm thinking. You're thinking, you're somewhere else. You're thinking about something else right now. You're not even like here. And you're thinking some things which may be either creating your life or they may be depleting your life. So we
Just
have,
very quickly
yes,
to let you know, Smriti, right now, what I'm thinking is, man, this woman is making sense. I've got to pay more attention. I'm thinking that.
great thinking. Great thinking. Yeah. So mindset is what am I thinking? What are my thoughts? Because thoughts are the original cause. Now, whether you like it or not, we think. We can't say, don't think. We can't be in that no thought, zero zone 24/7, right? So we do think. So, what are you thinking? So, that is one aspect because the thought is the cause, the original cause. And then the effects of a similar nature get created. Now, what am I thinking can be leading to what I am feeling. So, my feelings are another things that kind of make up my mind. So, or I can be feeling something, and from the basis of that, I'm thinking something. So, these are like interrelated. So the thoughts set up electric vibration and electric field, and the what I feel creates a magnetic field. So at all points of time, we are creating an electromagnetic field. So thoughts, what we are feeling, and then what is my languaging? What kind of things am I saying? Whether I'm saying it to my own self or whether I'm saying it to people in general. So what is my languaging? So am I saying, oh, it's so difficult, yeah? I mean, come on, I have fourth stage situation. I mean, what can I do? Right? So what am I saying? Or am I saying, no, I'm bigger than this because I have this divine intelligence which has created sun, moon, planets. I'm sure it can create, a few lakhs of rupees as income for me. I mean, what's the big deal? Right? It's nothing. So what is my languaging? And then what are my belief systems? So beliefs are basically certain thoughts and stories that you have told yourself or you bought them again and again and again till they become a fixed belief in our system. Yeah. So for a little while, they're just thoughts, but repeatedly told, you know, you buy into it, it becomes your story, it becomes your belief. Now, we may have some beliefs that we picked up in this lifetime, but we also have beliefs that we may have carried over from other lifetimes. Now, if you do not believe in lifetimes, that's all right. The fact is that there are beliefs. So that's the other aspect. So, and then also, what is your energetic state overall, general? Are you somebody who is like possibilities oriented? Or are you like pessimistic, doubt, worry, stress oriented? Like you need to have something to stress about all the time. And mind you, we don't even realize that actually that's a addictive pattern. So we get addicted to stress, to worry, because when we stress, worry, and we've done it long enough, there are certain, there's a biochemistry that's going on. So there are certain chemicals that get released in our system. And after a little while, we get addicted to that. And so when we have nothing to worry about, we'll try and find something to worry about so that we can get that fix of that particular chemical that we've gotten used to. Yeah. So I like to now give my fix from the possibility place and not worry stress, because I've done plenty of that in my life. And I've also seen the result in my body as a result. So I'm like done with all that. I'm very clear. This is going to be my mind state. Yeah. And it's what then permeates my entire existence, my entire life, my body. And so these are the things that can come in the way: your languaging, your thinking, your belief systems, your energetic state.
Right. So if I just put that in a kind of nutshell, it's your capacity, it's your point of view, it's your thinking, it's your mindset, and you've just explained it so nicely between thoughts, because obviously, Smriti, nobody stops thinking, because the day you stop thinking is the day you're pretty much dead, right? Yeah, it's like famous gurus have also said that you can't, you cannot rest this, because the day this is resting, you're gone. Your life is over. It's finished. So what you're thinking leads to what you're feeling, which leads to what you're saying, and therefore then becomes a belief system. And a little earlier you used the word serve. Okay, when you said you created this thing and I was able to serve so many. So I'm going to hold that thought. I want to come back to it. I want to ask you again here that, okay, so Smriti, are these, okay, what would you say are the three main things that are coming in the way of people's belief systems and not being able to change it? Are they like three top things, or is
Well,
it these three that you just mentioned?
yeah, these are the things. But if I have to say the top three things, the first thing, I mean, I can only tell you from my own example how somebody who thought that earning 10, 20,000 bucks a month was tough. And I was earning like 17 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs a month. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine that I can do that. I think the first thing that really influenced it was, who do I believe I am? My identity. Okay, who do I believe I am? Am I that limited person who's limited by my life, by conditions, my government, my country, the economic scenario? Am I that? Or am I an expression of that divine intelligence that has created this entire universe and that exists within me, is seeking expression through me and as me, and knows exactly how to get what I want? So what is my identity really? Who do I truly believe I am? Right? Like if you believe you're sick, yeah, sometimes, have you noticed sometimes when you go to a doctor, actually there's nothing that comes up in the report, but you really believe that there's something not okay, and it
Right.
kind of shows up in every aspect. You'll have that ache, you'll have that pain, you'll have that upset, etc. Right? So who do you truly believe you are? If you believe that you are an abundant being, if that's your identity, then it's possible for you to have that as your reality. But if you do not believe that I am an abundant being, or Smriti is, but I'm not, then you cannot have that as your reality. So what's your identity? So that's number one. And then number two is, what you believe in terms of, we all have a blueprinting. Okay. When I say blueprinting, what do I mean? Our blueprinting is, what are the things that we have decided about what is life? Like you may say, oh, life is a struggle. Now, if that is your blueprinting, then which is basically where all your beliefs, your thought systems reside. So if your blueprinting is life is a struggle, then life will show up as a struggle. If your blueprinting is that it's very tough to earn large sums of money, yeah, then that's what. So what is your blueprinting about life? Do you live in a yes universe? Do you live in a safe universe? Do you believe that people are good, essentially, right? So what is your blueprinting, which is basically all your thoughts, your beliefs that you have about how life functions, how people function, and your relationship to that life and to all of those functions. And then the third thing that I believe is willingness. Okay, we can go on saying, I would love to do this and I would love to have that, and then you can have wishful thinking, but there has to be a willingness to take action. I can sit and do multiple processes, protocols, chanting, everything, yeah, throughout the day, but if I'm not going to act upon the ideas that the universe gives me to act upon, the abilities, the talents, the capacities that I have been gifted with, and each and every one of us has been gifted with that, but if I'm not willing to act upon it, then I cannot see results. And I believe, and this is tried and tested, I believe that when we have a dream in our heart, whether it is for earning a certain amount of money, certain health, body. I know it's about money, but I'm going to kind of tell you that this is applicable in every aspect of your life, because abundance is not just money. Abundance is abundance in health, in relationships, every aspect. So I believe that when we have a dream in our heart, that I would love to have this kind of money, I would love to have this kind of a house, this kind of a car, I would love to have this kind of work, yeah, or a relationship, or this kind of a healthy body. I believe that the dream is put in our heart, because when we follow that dream, when we chase that dream, and when we act upon that dream, we actually become more and more of who we truly are. We start unlocking that potential that resides within us. We start tapping into the greatness that we truly are. We start embodying more and more of that divine intelligence that resides within us. So, that dream in our heart to have that kind of money, or whatever our dream is a dream that has been put in here in our hearts to say, hey, honey, you are capable of having this. If it's in your heart, it's your possibility. Now, the possibility exists because this divine intelligence is seeking expression through us and as us. So it is planted the dream. That's what it wants to express itself as. It knows how to express itself. But I am the medium through which it will come into form. So I have to act upon it. A lot of people want to receive things, but the way to receiving is action. If you don't have action, you cannot receive. You can think, you can dream, you can hope, you can wish, but action, very important. So these are the three topmost things I believe. If you pay attention to it and align it with what you would really love to have as your life and as your monetary reality, you'll be able to do it. And I've seen people do it with me in programs. I've seen people create an apartment without having to invest a rupee. Okay, I have seen in my own life, having created, my holiday home in exactly the location my husband and I loved, and not even having the budget for we had a budget for a place, but not that big a place, right? I have created so many things in my life just like that.
That is amazing. Amazing. Really, truly. And Tanushree has said this very nicely. She's written, Smriti ma'am, this is a session so motivating. I'm glad that I joined today listening to you while I'm working. And Kalpana also wrote in saying, Smriti, you are so strong and inspiring. And indeed, Smriti, very, very motivating and inspirational. Absolutely, for sure. And I also want to, Smriti, you have mentioned that you work lesser now, you have more free time now, but your income has not been affected, your monies have not been affected. And that again is something that you have been doing and getting to do because of course, all the years and experience that you've had, but with this thing called the money multiplying and the money magnetizing. So I want to just come back to that to understand everything that you just said is, like I said, it's so inspiring. It is so motivating that, okay, get your backside off that damn chair and go. Start taking action so that you can start changing the blueprint of your life as well. So the three things actually, Smriti, that you said are the top three things that come in the way. I'm looking at it as your top three tips as well. It is. These are tips, literally, immediately, that these are the first three things you've got to work on. So how, I know this is difficult. I don't think this is going to be difficult for you to explain, but principally, how does the work that you do, this money multiplying and money magnetizing, when you say all these things, how is it being what is the translation factor between the name and the action? Like, how does that happen?
Okay, so let's look at money multiplier. it's a deep dive program. It happens over 8 weeks, and we dive into a lot of stuff. And we actually begin with looking at, what do I identify myself as? Who have I decided what I am? Because I can have money, but I can lose it all. Have you noticed? I mean, there'll be a lot of people who will tell you this, because I have people as my clients who have these experiences. They say, no matter how much I earn, I end up spending it. It gets spent even before I earn it. Something or the other happens. So it's not like I don't know how to earn, but nothing stays with me. The more I earn, the more my expenses become.
Right.
So, or sometimes there are challenges where you don't know how to create the money in the first place, right? So, irrespective which end of the spectrum you are on, the point is, who do you believe you are? Because that determines whether you are worthy of having that money, having that surplus. Yeah. So, in the money multiplier, we look at principles of what is our identity, what do we believe, what is our languaging, what are we saying, and then what we do is we create a brand new blueprint. We create a beautiful blueprint, a vision as to what we would really love. And then we take practical actions where we start becoming congruent with what we would like our monetary reality to be like. Who would I be if I was living that monetary life? What would I be like, as in terms of my languaging, my energy? How would I be functioning if I was living that particular life? So, like, for example, you mentioned about me earning credit, getting credit in my account practically every day. So, if there are like 30 days in a month, I get credits at least 28 days of the month. Okay, I get some credit or the other. Some days I get multiple credits. Someday I may just get one credit, but I get credits every day of my month, because at one point of time, and also about the other part where I'm earning more, working less. So there was this particular point of time in 2019, and then again in 2021, where I had to go through, intense chemos. In fact, 2019, doctors had kind of given up on me. They didn't have like much hope that I'd, be alive. And it was that time, when I went into this mindset that, now how will I earn? How will I work? And all of that. And then I said, who says that you have to work X number of hours to earn that kind of money? I just opened myself up to the possibility that, hey, I'm an infinite being. I have this divine intelligence, and it knows how to create, in fact, more income than before, and less number of working hours, because now this is how I want my life to be. I want time to paint. I want time to read, relax, watch a movie, sometimes binge on Netflix, all that, So the time for, so to be with my family, my friends, and all of that. So I literally recreated a vision for my life, and I allowed, the divine intelligence to express itself through me. And I followed the nudges, I followed the ideas, and soon I was literally getting credits in my account every day. So I can have money, and then I can start multiplying it by just expanding my field of possibilities by what I think, what I say, and what I do. Okay. And money magnetizing are simple day to day tips, which basically put us in alignment with inviting money into our life, attracting money into our life. But once the money is there, I really have to have that deep understanding of who I am, what abundance is, the principles of, expanding that income, multiplying the income. So one is to draw it in, and two is to have it and multiply it. So I love the fact that I have sleeping income. What does sleeping income mean? Means I can be doing whatever I please in life. I don't have to be worried. There is a certain income coming in. So I've created multiple streams of income. That's another aspect of money multipliers. What do? You increase the number of streams through which money can come in for you. And everybody thinks, but I only have one job. How can I have more money streams? Believe me, when you get down to it, yeah, the divine intelligence has infinite number of channels to send you money through. Are you willing to receive it? That's the point,
That is the
right?
question.
So,
Right.
so you've got to then expand your field of possibilities.
Right.
So, what if it was possible? This is a very good question to ask, guys. When you are feeling a little like, oh, it's so difficult. So, what if it was possible? What if it was easy? Now, the moment you ask a question, what happens is that our mind goes into the World Wide Web, the net of the universe. Okay. Not just Google, it's like the universal Google. And because I'm asking, what if it was easy? How could it be easy? So the universe goes and goes into the universe and brings you all the ideas which make it so. Because there's something called a law of supply. Law of supply says that anything that you desire already exists in this universe. It exists as an energetic possibility. It's only when you put your attention on it by way of quantum physics that that energetic form turns into matter. I'm just saying it very simply. But when you put your attention on a possibility in an energy form, it turns into matter, but it's still in the energetic realm. And then when you become congruent in terms of your thoughts, words, your deeds, yeah, your way of being, your energy, your vibration, it gradually reaches a law of sufficiency where you have put in enough or you've been enough of that energy for it to take on a physical form. Yeah. So you can start having whatever you would love, provided you're very clear what you would love. You put your attention on it and be willing to entertain the possibility that it is possible. If you've already decided it's not possible, then story over.
Correct.
So these are deep ways of going in and literally changing your basic blueprint, your identity, your makeup, where now you are a different person who is very easily able to not only magnetize but also grow your income with utmost ease. So you reach a place where your money starts working for you. You don't work for money.
Right. And that is one of the final goals, isn't it? To have that happen for you. And I just want to give everybody a reminder, people, you are going to get to experience this work as well. In fact, Smriti, with every, you just you explained it so beautifully. Navneeta's here. She's done the money multiplier with you. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to bring her on, but while I do that, you want to, because people, Smriti is very inspiring, very motivating. She makes you go through the work. Yes, no doubt. There are people out there who will say that Smriti is not just saying it for the sake of saying it. Yes, she's very inspiring, but not just for TV. She actually walks her talk. So these people have experienced it. And tell us a little something about Navneeta while I get her on.
So Navneeta was introduced to me by another friend, and she joined in a coaching program that I do called Working with the Law. And all the people who were doing Working with the Law with me were also put through a money multiplier program, because I knew that it will support them and enable them to literally expand their monetary reality. And Navneeta was working for a fabulous organization at that point of time, and she was doing decently all right, but she wanted to obviously all of us have aspirations, right? And that's the whole idea of coming into a program, because you want to grow, you want to have more dreams realized for yourself. So she had aspirations in growing in her company, and obviously there you say, oh my god, but there are more people who are more senior than me, who have more experience than me. How can I get into that? I said, hey, hello, who are you really? And again, reminder, who are you really? And that there are infinite possibilities. Law of supply is at work, law of resonance is at work, law of vibration is at work. Come on, let's apply these. And these are the principles that bring in also in the money multiplier program. And we started to create her brand new blueprint. And then once you kind of blueprint, you know what you want to build, then you start, but there's a gap, right, between
Right.
the blueprint and the results. Then you start bridging it, and you start bridging it by letting go of your fears, because fear is a number one factor that comes in the way. I have fear of success, I have fear of failure, I have fear of, shining, I have fear of, there are like thousands of fears, right? So we bridge that gap, and we built, the person who she is, who's a match to what she's asking for, and let her tell you her success story.
Absolutely. Hi, Navneeta. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Neelu. Firstly, thank you so much for having me here. Smriti, I just learned about your achievement. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I mean,
Thank you.
We will congratulate again, Smriti. Yes.
Thank you.
for her, it may seem I'm biased, but I can go on and on and on about Smee. I feel she has been sent to me by the divine himself. So very blessed to have Smee in my life. So 2 years back, like Smee mentioned, we met through the working the law program, and she totally changed my financial reality. Money multipliers is like a very beautiful program. It's like a very beautifully crafted, designed. She explained it so well. I don't have to go much into it, but just to give you a simple example, I desired to be a vice president the same year, but I was like she mentioned that, do I really, can I make it there? We have 35,000 employees and so many, a lot of competition and all. But one thing which I realized is, what is it, Navneeta, that you would bring to the organization? Look into that. What is it that you would like to serve to the people? Now that particularly was the key for me. So day after day, my mind was not into the VP part. Like, okay, yesterday I was this, what can I bring forth now? And like she said, it's an 8-week program that we did, and each week it's changing something else. So for the first week would be the limiting beliefs, and gradually you become the person who is wealthy. Wealth is not just cash and I don't know, few currencies and so on. Wealth is in every aspect: beautiful relationships, money, amazing exotic holidays, you name it. You can have a different definition for wealth. So it took me there. So I began to think, okay, how would I be if I'm a vice president? Would I just sit like this, having a pizza? No, I would probably have a glass of wine more often. So I began to embody, I think from the third, fourth week, I began to embody the person who would act as the vice president of a US investment bank. Then it's not like fake it till you make it. I actually began to enjoy it, gradually. And then came, I think we finished it in 8 weeks, but I implemented the program. And one particular thing I have to mention, she gives this very beautiful, symbol every week, which was very enchanting. And personally for me, I was very addicted. I used to look for every Saturday for the new symbol. So one symbol led to the other. So from my limiting beliefs, I'm moving on that, no, I'm a child of God. This is an abundant universe. And I will have abundance. I don't have, there's no scarcity. So the next week would be, okay, being the person who has this aspiration. So like that every week, and the final symbol would be, you are a wealthy person. So embodying that, the entire journey of 8 weeks was phenomenal. I carried it through. And in November end, the news came through. I think December 2nd week, I was nervous. I pinged her. She's like, trust it. It's yours. And then it was announced that I became a VP. I could not tell you the ecstasy. I think Smee came to my life, and at that time when I truly required somebody to let me know who I am, what is my worth. There's no scarcity in my world. I'm an infinite being truly, and I can have everything that I desire. Like she mentioned, she talks beautifully about the divine intelligence that resides within us and expresses through us. And I'm like, let's tap it. I'm powerful. It's all inside me. And another thing is, you look up to your mentors, you look up to your guides when you feel, a little low. She has some psychic skills. I do not even have to ping her. She'll ping me, darling, are you okay? And I'm like, how did you know? So constant support. She's not like, oh, 8 weeks done, bye. No, she stands by you through thick and thin. So now it has come to a point where I cannot thank her enough. She hadn't helped me from the time when I was just, I don't know, living in a scarcity world, to now where I feel I'm an infinite being. I can have anything I desire, and From the bottom of my heart, Smriti, thank you. God bless you. May you, shine abundant and touch, millions of lives, which I know you will. And thank you once again for having me here. It was a delight and pleasure to speak about Smriti, about her programs. And if any of you get a moment or chance to be any of her programs, go for it and thank me later. I'll receive it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Navneeta. Beautifully, beautifully said. It couldn't have, it really, really could not have been expressed any better. And I do notice, I have been seeing actually, we've had Smriti on so many times that whoever comes on to speak about her is exactly like this. Everyone's thanking the divine for sending Smriti into their lives. So that is, and it shows on your face, it shows on Smriti's face, it shows in this lovely, as you were saying earlier, Smriti, the vibration, the resonance, what you vibrate outwards will come in. And it shows, even when you're talking, it shows, it's like all around you. So Navneeta beautifully said, thank you so much for sharing that with us, and best wishes to you always.
My good fortune. Thank you.
Thank you, Navneeta. Like, I cannot tell you how proud I am of you. And the trick is you applied your willingness to take action and doing what it takes. And really, thank you for that.
Amazing. And you said serve earlier. Navneeta has just used the word symbol. So I have things piling up that I want to keep, that I'm going to ask you, like in a bit, because I'm so mesmerized with everything that you're saying, as is everybody listening in, Smriti, as is everybody listening in. Ashunda has also written in saying, Smriti ma'am, your energy is so infectious. It's awesome. Absolutely correct, Ashunda. It is exactly that. It is so infectious. It is awesome. So I might as well, then in that case, just come to this fact, Smriti. Like I said, you use the word serve, in fact, a whole bunch of minutes ago, and you were able to serve people. And Navneeta has just mentioned something about symbols happening every week. So where do you want to head first? Because if I recall correctly, even Nena's she's experienced something with one of the symbols, right? So should we talk about the serve first and then get to the symbol? Or the other way around? You tell me.
I'll talk about serve, because even Navneeta touched on that topic about serve, right? So I believe that, like I said, the divine intelligence is seeking expression through us and as us. Normally, and this is how I also used to think, that I wanted life to work for me. I wanted life to bring me this and bring me that. Till I understood that I am a medium, I have taken on a human embodiment, so that that divine intelligence in all its glory can express itself through us and as us. So we have the great good fortune and privilege of being in this human form to enable this intelligence, this creativity, this power to express itself through us. So today I believe that I serve life. I am not waiting for life to do things for me. I do things for serving this divine intelligence to get expressed in a form that will serve people, right? So today, if I'm on this call or in any of my work or in my day-to-day life, each and every one of us is an embodiment of that divine intelligence, whether you call it God, whether you call it law, source, light, whatever you want to call it. So for me, I'm serving that source. When I am sharing what I know, it is not me, Smriti. It is the divine intelligence seeking that expression of, through these words, through me, to you, to inspire that flame in you, to give you that courage that you're looking for, to give you that, sense of, I can also do this, to get you to step into that field of possibility. So my life is about serving. I say I want to do God's work. Basically, I want to bring to form whatever the divine intelligence wants to bring to form. And listen, what my limited thinking can bring to form is way too tiny versus what the infinite intelligence can bring to form. So why to work with my limited vision and limited thinking? Why wouldn't I want to collaborate with that intelligence which knows how to create sun and moon and planets and everything? So for me, my whole thing is serve life in a way that it wants to express itself so that it can benefit world at large, people at large. Will I be able to connect with every life? Perhaps not. But we all have our own circles of influence. We all have come with, a certain number of people that we are here to serve through our life stories, through our abilities and capacities, which are very uniquely ours. So each and every one of you have been given some gifts. And those gifts have been given to you not just for your own self. When you use your gifts to bring joy, to bring light in another person's life, they light you up. Yeah. So it's like, when they say that the hand that passes on the perfume also becomes fragrant, right? You cannot not be touched by it. So please, I invite you to use your beauty, your talent, your abilities, your gifts to enrich your life and everybody's life. The more you enrich other person's life, the more you serve others, the more you will serve your own self as well, because we are oneness. What I do for you, I do for me. And this is one of the spiritual principles of money. I have moved from the logical, practical, worldly reality stuff to going to the spiritual aspect, because when I function from the spiritual principles, money is mine to have. I don't have to worry about it. Money is a side effect. So serve. If you cook well, cook with that joy in your heart. If you are very good at interiors or doing flower arrangements, and you have this knack of getting that right cushion cover or that perfect artifact, that is how you can serve, right? If you're somebody who's very good with management, organization, and you can serve an organization, that's the way to serve. So when executives coach with me, and they normally come and say, I want this company to give me the job. I say, what do you mean you want the company to give you the job? Why are you functioning from this place of need? Why is your identity less than the organization? Why is the organization bigger than you? What are you bringing to the table? How are you adding value to the organization? What are you adding to their bottom lines, directly or indirectly? There's something that you are bringing to the table. So can you please change your identity frame as to who you are? You are going to serve, and they are lucky to have you. So it's mutual. It's not that they have to, I hope they give me the job. Excuse me, change your identity and recognize the worth you're bringing to the table. And people have gotten exact jobs and compensations that they want because of that shift and that willingness to. It's not about, yeah, I'll go and do some work, then I'll get some money, and then I will, be able to. No, it's not about that. You are coming there to become more and more of who you are, that glorious expression that you are. So as you serve, you step more and more into that greatness. And universe loves it. All here is, like getting this beauty out, touching lives. And then those people are going to touch more lives. So we create a ripple effect of good, beauty, benefit in the world. Who will not support that?
But the universe is supporting it.
Absolutely.
Right. And again, Smriti, I'm going to leave symbol aside completely right now. You just said spiritual principle. This is one of the spiritual principles. So is this something that is part of the learning of it?
Yes. And these are the principles that I bring into my Money Multiplier program in depth. And in terms of money magnetizing is more like an active one, what you can be, what you can do in terms of attracting more money to you. But I also bring those principles there in those actions as well. So these principles form the basis of anything that I do. Because if I'm departing from the truth, yeah, like it's saying, if I right now jump out the window, I'm going to go down. I'm not going to go flying up, because there is a principle in place, right? There's a law of gravity in place. So there are certain laws that govern our money as well. And I'm calling them the spiritual principles. You want to call them laws, you can call them laws as well, but these are spiritual laws that exist and that govern us. May I share a couple more? Like serving is one.
Please, please. Navneeta just said you're psychic. You're even when I'm down, I'll get a message from her. I was just going to say, I know it's a part of the teaching, but please, can you share one more?
Sure, I would love that.
Please,
okay.
Yes.
So how many times? And I would love for people to chat in the Telegram group and say,
yes,
how many times have you said, I'll only give when I want to contribute to certain projects, certain charities, certain favorite causes, but I'll only do that when I start earning money. How many of you say that? Like, when I have, I will give.
Yes, I've definitely said it a bunch of times in the past, Smriti. I will unashamedly admit it. I have in the past. I have.
Yeah, I was there too. My hand is up first. I was there too. Till I learned this principle that,
and everyone's written in. So sorry, everyone. Yes, many times. Neeti says many times. Payal says yes. In fact, Payal says still doing it. Singh says many times. Priyanka says lots of times. Preeti says yes, me too. Yeah, that is it.
Now let me share with you this secret. Actually, it's not a secret. It's a universal spiritual principle, but still it's a secret, right? So many people don't know about it. You have to give first to get, right? That is a principle. That is a law of compensation, right? What you give is what comes back to you multifold. Now, this applies both ways, right? If you give out curses, if you give out judgments, all that also comes back to you. So because energy has this knack of returning to its point of origination, all right? So whatever you put out always will come back to you. They're all oneness. Whatever we do for others always affects us too. So when you do good and great, it comes back to you. It affects you too. So whenever you would love to have more of something, first learn to give it. Okay. So now you may say, oh, I would love to give money, but I don't have, I'm not earning, I'm barely about to meet my expenses. In fact, some months I can't even meet my expenses and I have debts piled up, and you're asking me to give money? But my love, till you continue like that, you will stay stuck in that money situation. So you have to break the cycle. It's like telling the fireplace, you give me heat. Once you give me heat, I'm not going to give you wood, but you give me heat. You give me fire. Not going to happen. It's like saying to the earth, you give me an apple tree, but I'm not going to sow any seeds. You have to sow the seed first for you to be able to reap a harvest. That's the law. That's the nature of things. So whatever you can give. In that moment, even if you have only 10 rupees to give. And then you can give of your time. You can give of your smile. You can give of your ideas. You can give of your resources. So when you give, and that's something that Navneeta did, and all of my participants do. So they start giving. What could I do? What could I give? Like, how can I use my abilities, gifts, talents to serve, to bring value to the world? And when your energy is that of giving, if not from that place of, Smriti said, I have to give that, I'll give, not from the perspective of trade. No, but genuinely, I have been gifted and I'm going to share my gifts. So gifting is an act of gratitude to this universe, to that creator who has created us, that thank you for blessing me with even this 100 rupees that I've earned today, or this food that I've had today, these gifts, these abilities that I have. And as my token of gratitude, I want to share this and give it back to your children. Just like I'm your child, you have blessed me. I want to give, share it with all the other children, my brothers, my sisters on this planet. So it's an act of gratitude. And it's also an act of faith that no matter, how much I give, there'll always be more available. That's an abundant attitude, that I don't have a fear of giving, but I will not be left with anything. How can I give this much? Then what will be left for me? I don't worry, because I know that I have inherited, as the child of God, a kingdom which is abundant. I have money with me. I have everything I require. So I happily give. So that energy that you are, when you give from that perspective, is an abundant energy. It's an abundant mindset. And then you draw more. So give before you get. And I've had tons of examples. There was this girl who said, nobody acknowledges me and my efforts. So I said, okay, this particular week, between the money multiplier call this week and the money multiplier call next week, because we do a weekly call, I want you to go and acknowledge people. And guess what? By the end of that week, she actually has people starting to acknowledge her. So give what you would love. You want more love? Give more love. You want more money? Give more money. So you have to change that cycle. Yeah. There are many, but I'm going to share. I've shared about serving. I shared about giving before you get. And then the third very big one is forgiveness. This is something that I realized for myself, that the more I forgave, because I realized that the key to my healing, in the condition that I was forgiveness. I had so many grudges and pain and hurt and resentments, within me. And when you have all of that, what is your energy? Is it like nice, bright, cheerful, happy, high vibration? No, it is not. Yeah, it weighs you down. It blocks a lot of your creative energy. It's like you being a jailer guarding all those pains and hurts and resentments and all of that. So much of your creative energy actually gets blocked in those incidents, in those hurts and pains. So when we forgive, there are two things that happen. Now, when I talk about forgiveness, right now I'm speaking also as a radical forgiveness coach. I also trained as a radical forgiveness coach. I'm currently training as a radical living master coach. I'm a constant learner, by the way. I'm constantly getting into programs and, seeing how best I can serve, because that's my skill, my talent, my ability, this love for learning. Yeah. So when we talk about forgiveness, there is traditional forgiveness and there's radical forgiveness. Traditional forgiveness is, you did something wrong, but I'm willing to let it go and I forgive you. Now, what happens in traditional forgiveness? Of course, it brings out that generosity, that empathy, and all those, benevolent qualities in you, but it does not wipe away the victim consciousness. So the underlying messaging is, and my identity is, that you did something to me. I'm willing to forgive you, but I'm still a victim. What you did was wrong. Okay.
Interesting.
Now, there's a concept called radical forgiveness, not the place for me to go into detail, but just in a summary, radical forgiveness is the spiritual way of looking at anything in life, acknowledging that we are the creators of our life. And prior to our incarnation, we choose our challenges through which we will heal, we will grow, we will balance energies, we'll transform wounds, we'll transform certain energies. And eventually, that entire transformation is eventually recognizing that nobody does anything to us. Life never happens to us. Life always happens for us. So no matter what is going on in your life, whether it's a money challenge, health challenge, relationship challenge, in that precise challenge, which is chosen by you. Now you say, Smriti, how could I have chosen something like cancer?
Right.
Yeah, hard. It's a very tough concept, but I'm a living proof. You will not find me moaning and groaning about the fourth state situation. No, rubbish. Never. Right? Because this was my opportunity for my growth and discovery. And this is how actually I've ended up coming into the field. And look at the gift that I'm able to be today, thanks to the illness pushing me, right? So you recognize that ultimately there is nothing to forgive, and everything is an opportunity for you to allow love to flow, that infinite intelligence, which is unconditional love, to flow into every situation, into your life, into every aspect of your life, and to be able to be that love and be that oneness. So there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to forgive. That's radical forgiveness. Now, what happens when you're no more a victim? What happens when your identity becomes, I am a powerful creator? So if I could create this, I can create what I really want now, right? Because see,
Right.
if you're not willing to take responsibility for your life, and if you're not willing to identify yourself as a creator of your life, and you want to do blame games, etc., then how will you ever create the good in your life? Because you're not the creator, right? Your life happens because somebody does something to you. How will
Right.
you ever create that money if you don't believe that you're a creator? Which is why I say your identity, who you are, is the starting point. So forgiveness frees the energy. You
Right.
step into your full power as a creator, and you recognize that I am part of oneness. And my job is to be me, to bring love. And as I be that vibration, that is a vibration of abundance. You're grateful, you are loved, you're happy, right? And you know that you're provided for. And when that is your blueprint, that is what gets built on that kind of a blueprint. You change the
Perfect.
blueprint, your reality will change.
Amazing. Fantastic. I mean, we've been clapping from the beginning for your award. I want to clap right now for everything that you've been saying. No, really, because there's so much. There is, you know, I'm not going to tell people that, okay, in this section we spoke about this, or in this there is no section to this here. You just have to keep listening to what Smriti is saying, because look at the world of sense it makes. Just look at it, how much sense it makes. Because Smriti, like for example, Punita's written in that tithing is a part of her life, but she still feels constrained to be within her means. She would like to get to a state where she can give freely without second thoughts. And with forgiveness, wrote, so difficult to forgive, don't even know how to do it, despite doing so much forgiveness exercises. And she's also said, more power, glory, and abundance to you, Smriti
Thank
ji.
you.
So this is it, right? This is exactly what you're referring to, that, you want to, but you're saying, oh, I can't. This is what you need to do. And that shift is the biggest action, right, Smriti? It's the
Precisely.
toughest, but it's the biggest
Precisely.
and the best.
Yeah. So again, we can mind our languaging right now. We
Right.
can say it is tough, or you can say, what if it was easy? What if it was possible? So are you, Punita, willing to entertain the possibility that it is possible? And I invite you today, go and give $100 today with joy, with gratitude that God, thank you for all the gift. And this is what I would love to contribute today as my expression of my gratitude for the gifts you've given me. That mindset is an abundant mindset. So the more you will be that mindset, the more you will draw to you money. Money will start coming in. But first you have to give.
You know what, Smriti? I think you've invited Punita to do it, but with your permission, on your behalf, I'd like to invite everyone to do it.
Yes, please, everybody. What can you give today? Can you share an idea that will help somebody make more money or have something greater in their life? Can you share your courage today? Can you share your belief in the goodness in the world with somebody today? Can you share some food today? Can you share some flowers today? Can you gift some money today? Whatever you can gift today, gift, and see what happens to your energy and see how you feel.
Okay.
See how much more you will be connected with that source from which everything comes. I mean, for those who have children, what do you teach your children? Share. Why do you teach them to share?
And then don't share yourself.
No, why do you teach them to share?
Right.
This has come down in religions, like in the Bhagavad Gita. If you go to chapter 17, yeah, there is, I think the verse is verse number 20, which talks about dan, right? There is a concept that you should give 1/10 of your income as your way of gratitude and giving back to the universe, right? Because everybody is a part of the universe. So whoever you're giving it to, and there are ways of giving as well, mind you. It's not just reckless giving and giving to certain things. So there's also there's a science behind giving, how, to who, what it's supposed to do in the world, etc. But give. If you look at, so where does the word tithing come from? Tithing is, I forget the etymology, but it is basically 1/10. That is tithing, the 1/10 portion of your produce, of your, of your wealth, whatever it is. Like in ancient days, when it was more about, they were farmers. So whatever was your produce, you gave away 1/10 of that. And in certain places, especially in Christianity, it was actually a rule that you had to give 1/10 of your thing to the governing body,
Right.
and whatever. In churches, there is a concept of tithing. So when you come, there is a like
bowl
a
that's
bowl or a
passed
platter
around.
that is passed around, and you can tithe. So, and that goes on to contribute to education and some good causes. So there is a reason that not only do I benefit, but may everybody benefit. So it's like, I prosper everyone and everyone prospers me. That's my motto. I prosper everyone and everyone prospers me. So when your heart is to prosper others with whatever you can share, you think that prosperity will not touch your life?
Of course, yes.
As you
And
prosper somebody, as you give somebody, your mindset is of abundance. I mean, it should be. Initially, you may not, but that's
right.
where I invite you to come to. And this is precisely people like me and so many experts on the summit have created, all kinds of programs, because sometimes we do need handholding. Yeah. I am in training all the time. So I'm not only a life mastery consultant and a coach, but I'm also coaching. So last night I was in a coaching training, which is where I received that award. I have my own personal coach. And my coach has a coach. So all coaches have coaches.
Right.
So
Right.
you always require a partner in believing, somebody who will believe in you when you can't believe in you. When you are in a frame, you cannot see yourself in the picture, but somebody outside of the frame can see the whole picture.
Right. Right.
So we are here for
Absolutely.
you.
Right. And in fact, Smriti, Anamika has written in truly an empowering and enlightening session. I really needed this at this point in my life because I have been really struggling with my health and haven't been able to work. I really love the perspective shift. What if it was easy and fun to make money even now? So, and there are questions that have come in, and like, for example, Payal has some questions regarding jobs. And yeah, so what I'm thinking,
Let
Smriti,
me just tell that person.
yes,
I was in hospital on Monday for target therapy last week. Okay, I go to the hospital every 3 weeks for a treatment to keep the tumors stable. Right, it's a rare disease and it has no cure. It has no trial in the entire world. So all I can do is manage it. So I go every 3 weeks to hospital. I get admitted. I get my treatment. I come back. I rest for a couple of days, and then I'm like, back in the swing. How am I able to do that? Because I believe it's possible.
right, right. So everyone who has written in, Punita, Priyanka, Payal, everyone. Payal, in fact, with your question, yes, we will definitely bring this up. Payal, the reason I'm holding on to your question for a moment is because Smriti does have something for all of us to experience. What is that exactly? Smriti will explain in the way that only she can. And let's go through this because we've been hearing, we've been listening. Are you excited? Do you want to understand, right? No, sorry, we've understood. You want to feel now. So we're going to go through that. And after that, Payal, I will bring your question up. So, Smriti, I'm leaving that question aside because let's see what happens after this.
Okay. So I'm going to take you through an experience. This is also going to be an experience which is part of money magnetizing program, where I will be running certain frequencies which invite abundance into your life. You're able to have a lot of cleansing. You are able to bring in self-love, self-forgiveness, and you're able to have pain relief, magnetizing abundance. So I'm going to run these frequencies for you, and I will speak along. And in Money Multiplier, we have the money symbol, which is more a drawing practice, and it can again, it helps you embody certain energies, right? So right now, I'm going to take you through
Smriti?
certain frequencies.
Sorry, just very quickly, just reminding everybody, do not be driving while this is happening. Please make sure you're stationary and undisturbed space. If you want to light a candle, please do. Smriti, are we taking any kind of check on what we are feeling right now with anything specific, or just sit back and receive?
Well, it would be nice for you to right now bring into your awareness, and thank you for asking that, Nilu, really good, because that's one very nice way to assess where we are and to acknowledge the shifts. So right now, I invite all of you to just check in, just tune in. How are you feeling about your money situation? And if there's anything in particular that is bothering you, and on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is that, that unrest or that frustration or that anger or whatever it is that you're feeling right now? So 10 being very intense, 0 being not intense at all. And just make a mental note of that number. And just check in, where are you feeling it in your body? Is it like all over? Is it like a general sense? Or are you really feeling it like in your heart area, or maybe your stomach or your back or some particular place? All right. And now I invite you to just close your eyes and breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth slowly, as if you're blowing out through a straw. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth, blowing out through a straw. And once again, breathe in through your nose and breathe out, blowing through a straw. And just allow your body to relax. And continue to breathe comfortably, deeply, as I activate the light healing frequencies to contribute to you. So I call upon all the gods, goddesses, ascended masters, guardian angels, spirit guides, beings of light, your higher self, and the star councils who have downloaded these frequencies to us and who are right now with us, sending these frequencies to us. I have created a safe space for all of us. There are these pillars of light around you, in my rooms, in your rooms. And this is a safe space. And I invite you to open your heart and just receive whatever it is that you're willing and able to receive in this moment. Give yourself and your body, every cell in your body, to the permission to release whatever is ready and willing and able to be released today, and to receive whatever it is that you're ready, willing, and able to receive today. And I invite you now to tap into this abundant universe that you are a part of. And yes, you have had a journey. You've had your challenging situations. You've had your moments of pain, of hurt, frustration, anger, rage, perhaps. You've had your moments of sadness, grief. There has been losses. And yet, even as you went through all of that, there was never a time that you were not loved. There was never a time that you were not blessed. There was never a single moment when you did not have money, even though you felt as if you don't have money. That moment when you were born and you were swaddled in that first piece of cloth, that cloth was money. And all the clothes that you have worn ever since and you're wearing just now is money. Money is not just hard cash or a number on your bank statement. Money is energy, changing forms. It has taken on the form of clothes. So when you bought these clothes, you felt that your money was over. But was it really over? Or did it just change its form into those clothes? So your money is still with you, but in the form of clothes. You have money all around you. That particular piece of furniture that you're sitting on in this moment is money. The device through which you're tuning into this conversation is money. That Wi-Fi, that network that you're connected through is another form of money. You have people in your life who give you ideas which go on to generate money. Those ideas are money. Those people are money. You have money at all times. Your house, your vehicle, your artifacts, your jewelry, your bags, your makeup, your plants, everything is money. So when is it that you've never had money? So is it really true when you say, I don't have money? Or I don't have enough money? Or I lose all my money? None of it is true. So I invite you to drop this belief in this moment that you don't have enough. And I also invite you to drop that belief that you do not know enough, that you are not good enough. If you were not good enough, would you have been able to create so many things that you have already created in your life thus far? Could you have cooked that meal? Could you have made that bed? Could you have done that job? Could you have driven that car? Yes, we may not be good at everything, but all of us are good at something or some things. So I invite you in this moment to acknowledge all the things you are good at and how you have used that skill, that ability, that capacity to create that meal, to create that beautiful home, to create that drive, to create that vacation, to create that picnic, to create that love, to create that gift, to create that money. And I also I invite you to drop any sense of, I am not worthy. I don't deserve. I invite you to drop that. If you did not deserve, would you have this life right now breathing you? Would you have the blessings of love, of family, friends, fruits, vegetables, flowers, sunshine, rain, breeze? Would you have any of that if you did not deserve it? And yet the sun shines on you every day. The breeze caresses you. The oxygen flows through you. You are worthy. You are deserving. The very fact that you have all of this is proof that you are worthy. You may not have certain things right now, but that does not mean that they cannot be yours. That does not mean that you are not worthy. If you can have all of this, you can have all of that. So take this moment to acknowledge the wealth that you are with your gift, with your abilities, with your talents, and what you bring to this world, whether it has been acknowledged or not. I invite you to acknowledge you. I invite you to acknowledge the essence of that divinity that you are, the light that you are. Every one of you has touched at least one life, if not more. You've made a difference to one life, if not more. You are light. You are love. So take this moment to acknowledge you, to express gratitude for you, for life itself, for your existence, and for this beautiful universe, which is a yes universe. Whatever you say, it says, yes, it's done. And so it is. You are such a powerful creator. The more you focus on lack, you create more lack. The more you focus on having plenty, you create more of plenty. You create your life moment to moment to moment. Isn't that powerful? So acknowledge your power. Acknowledge your creativity. And there have been times when you could not see a way out, and yet you are here. You have gone beyond those situations. You have grown from strength to strength. You have grown in so many ways. And as you look back, those challenging times were the times which became your stepping stones to growth. That time when somebody was not there to support you, you became self-sufficient. That time when nobody loved you, you had to learn to love yourself. That time when somebody said you're not good enough and you defied them with your rebellion, that who says so? And I will show you, and you showed the world what you're made up of. And yes, there are places where you're yet to show up, and you will by and by. Know that universe has your back. Know that you've always been an abundant being living in an abundant universe. You have been creating abundance of whatever you have been putting your attention on. And so now invite the possibilities. What are the possibilities that you would love to put your attention on? What would you love to have and create as your life? And know that your entire universe has your back, and it is saying yes to every dream. For you are totally, absolutely worth it. For you are a child of God. For you have inherited this abundant kingdom. So open your heart and partake in it. Receive it with gratitude, with joy, with love, and share it. Let every life that you touch go away feeling better because of you. May you prosper everyone, and may everyone prosper you. May you grow from strength to strength. And we thank all the gods, goddesses, ascended masters, guardian angels, spirit guides, our higher self, and the star councils for these beautiful energies. We thank this universe, God, that life force, for breathing us, for inviting us to step into more and more of who we truly are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And I invite you now to open your eyes slowly. Come back into the now and get yourself a sip of water or a few sips of water, whatever your body requires. And now just give yourself a big hug. Appreciate yourself. Mwah. Feel hugged. And you can check in now. How are you feeling about your monetary status? What was the intensity
So
when you started, and what is it now?
Punita has gone from 9.5 to 4.5. And in fact, I'd like to ask everybody who'd earlier even written that, do you still think that you can't give without getting? And everybody else who'd written in, did you take a rating for yourself? Where are you at right now? Share with us, and we will try and bring this on with Smriti. Smriti, in the meantime, while people are writing it in, I just wanted to share a few messages that had come in earlier, including P. Singh, who wrote, "It's so true, ma'am. Have experienced this recent about, the giving before the getting. Recently, when I have followed my heart by doing the spending first for welfare of others, and it was returned multiple times to me." KS wrote, "I used to give my sessions for free, almost thousands given. I give money whenever I feel, but yes, it's a beautiful session." So I'm not sure if KS felt that it's a little tough, but is still doing it. I wonder, where did you, have you guys been through this right now? How are you feeling? Payal had a question regarding jobs, as a lot of people are facing job issues overall, especially offer letters not coming through. And what can we change our thoughts so that the offer letter comes through? Payal, did you go through this right now? Where are you at with exactly your question? Where are you at now? Let us know. We'll see if we can get you on with Smriti for a few minutes. Okay, and Punita says that on the mood elevator, gone from feeling despondent and despair, and have come to feeling hopeful. So, and
how many of you are actually feeling more abundant now? Like suddenly you recognize, my God, I actually have money.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Smriti, it was simple yet so profound, especially the reminder that, the cloth that you were swaddled in when you were born is money. The clothes you're wearing right now is money. The chair you're sitting on is money. The computer, the screen through which, just like I said, these were those nudges of reminders, because we tend to forget. We take these things for granted. So,
these are not the only things that are money. Okay.
Right.
These are not the only money things. Like, like I have this whole bowl of, coins and all that. And of course, there are the diamonds, and there are all that is not the only thing that is money. Everything is money, just in a different form. That, what's the currency of universe? Ideas. It keeps giving you ideas. The moment you act upon those ideas, you see a form of money coming in. Even ideas are money.
Absolutely. And Neetu has written, God bless Smriti. She's such an inspiring and beautiful soul. Preeti says, such a humble and mesmerizing personality I've seen. God
Thank you,
bless you,
everybody.
Smriti, with a
Thank you.
long life and good health. Jay has a question about forgiveness. And Jay, I'm not being able to see your full name. Are you here on video? It's not you, I'm guessing, Jaggi, because I'm not sure if you joined the group. And okay, Nilesh has gone from 3 to 0. Payal,
Wow.
that is 0. Rupali says, wonderful feeling. It was truly blissful. Krish says, loved it, Smriti. Thank you. Definite shift. VB says, feeling peace. Thanks for this session. Preeti says, thank you for this experience. Seems like it gave me new life as I am under pain after my surgery, but it seems like my pain just vanished.
Oh, beautiful.
Nishi says, so incredibly enriching and beautiful. Thank you so much, Smriti. And Neetu also writes, major release in tightness in the body at 0, feeling truly blessed to be in this session. And Hiril says, gone from feeling 7 to 9 on feeling more abundant.
Yay! I love that.
Yes.
Then going up is fine.
Going up is fine. Then going up is fine. And Anamika writes, love the realization of having money in abundance. I realized I already have so much money. It just changed form. It's truly remarkable. Preeti says, from 5 to 8. But wait, this is what she's saying. Confident in receiving now, peaceful feeling, gratitude for what I have, giving first to universe and receiving in multiple will be my motto. So she's gone upwards in the uplift, the positive, the
Higher
uplift.
vibrations. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful.
Anushi says, this was beautiful. Thank you for bringing our awareness to this way, looking for money. Sangeeta says, thank you, Smriti, for filling me with so much peace and feeling of self-acknowledgement.
Oh.
Anamika says, I moved from 0 to 6. Anamika, you moved from 0 to 6 for what? You have to tell us that also. And Priyanka says, thanks for this amazing experience. Harshal says, feeling good about myself from 4 to 8, grateful. So again, the vibration has increased. And it's Hero saying explanation right from when you're swaddled to now, everything is money. Wow, thank you, Smriti ji. Neeti says, gone from 10 to 3. Anamika says, I needed to be reminded that I already have money. It's energy, it's everywhere. Currency is just a physical manifestation. And it's going on. Hero says, grateful. Neeti says, started with a heavy heart at 10, feeling abundant and light as a feather. There's another Neelu. Heaviness has gone down, 10 to 4, grateful. Lakshmi says, I almost slept. I felt good. I know what you're saying, Lakshmi. Smriti, I just wanted to put my head down and say, somebody just take over the call. Yeah, please. Somebody just tell everybody about Smriti's offers. Let me just go to sleep right now.
I want to say thank you for all the feedbacks. I cannot begin to tell you how it has filled me up, and I have gone from, wherever I was to 100x for sure.
Awesome.
So filled with your love and your,
and
all that abundant energy.
And I'm calling out to Payal Shangvi, and somebody who is only showing up as Jay, who's asked the question about forgiveness. If you're around, let me know. Let me bring this question up anyway. No, wait, I will wait for Payal to revert, because I said, once you've been through this, now ask your question again. And if you're still feeling that way, come speak to Smriti for 2 more minutes. But if something's changed, let us know that also. So there is that. And in the meantime, since I'm not hearing, okay, Jay is also here. Payal is also here. So, okay, Jay says, I am there. Joe ID. All right.
Yeah, I just saw Jo having raised her hand, but
Okay,
I don't see her anymore. Jo, I think you may need to raise your hand.
Joe is there. So, Joe, before I bring you on, just give me nods. Did you go through the entire experience right now? Yes, just give me a thumbs up. I'm just taking a few confirmations. And do you still have the question that you wrote in? Yes, you do. Okay. So Smriti, Joe had written in saying, how do you forgive somebody who murdered your sibling and your child? So I know it's not related to money as such, but if there's somebody who can answer this question, I do believe it's you. So
Joe,
can we just bring Joe on with you?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. All right. Shilpa, can we have Joe? Just hang on a second. We're going to get you and Smriti side by side.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for being here.
Hello, nice to meet you. And it was lovely. I'm listening to the whole session. It's really, really inspiring. But when you lose somebody and it actually happens in front of you,
Yeah.
you know, you're aware of it, and now your parents are in that loop. How do you save them? What do you do? Because karma should not be made wrong. It is your past life karma that you're getting, but sometimes they say prarabdha karma and they say current karma also. So how do you overcome that? Because if I'm supposed to harm somebody in my life, I suppose I came with it. If my self-awareness is not there, I go ahead and do the harm. It's not only that I'm finishing my past karma, I'm creating a new karma right now also. How do you go about that? It's a very vicious cycle. I lost my brother. I did this for him. I couldn't express it much. It's difficult.
I hear you. And Joe, let
I
me
lost
tell
a
you.
lady, and those two ladies have been continuously doing black magic. That's what I heard. I don't know what black magic, what it is, if it allows somebody to take somebody's life, or it was the death was supposed to happen. I'm not getting a closure on it. And I can't put another thing, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. Another thing I can't do is I can't get myself to wear a colored cloth. I'm only wearing whites. So it's like somewhere I'm asking myself, what am I doing? What it is? What is it? Because it's not acceptable, but I have to yet accept the reality of life that so and so human being, that soul is gone, body is not there.
I hear you. May I?
Yes.
So let me first start saying that I hear you. I see you. I hear you. I see your pain. And nothing that I can say right now can assuage that. Because the loss of a loved one is a massive experience. And especially when there is violence involved, brutality involved. Because it's the height of separation from oneness. However, what I'm going to say to you and share with you is not necessarily for you to use in this moment, because in this moment, it's going to be difficult to even hear it or listen to it. And yet, since you've asked me, it becomes my duty to share what I know with you, for you to do with it what you can, when you can. So, and again, I have no proof. It's only what I have studied over years. And I've been studying since 2003 about what is life. And I've explored various philosophies and trained with many trainers around the world. And I'm only sharing with you what I know. And this is how I have been able to work and be happy and grateful for having lost my parents to cancer, having been through cancer myself, being at the door of death. I have such immense amount of peace in me today, which wasn't there earlier, because I also questioned karma. Why did I have to lose my 57-year-old mother? Right? That was just 2 years more than what I am today. That's young. So, as a radical forgiveness coach, when I've studied in detail, before incarnating, before we take on a human embodiment, we are still spirit beings and we are connected with oneness. We are love. And as souls, we want to experience separation in order to eventually experience oneness in all its bliss, all its glory. This is what I've understood. So it's like if I deprive you of water for 15, 20 days, and then if I give you water to drink, won't you have a deepest and a very different kind of appreciation for that water? So similarly, we as souls choose experiences of separation. Yeah, and so we choose this planet of polarity. We learn from contrasts. Yeah. And those contrasts are of various kinds. Murder being one, violence being another, rape, cheating, robbery, illness, monetary loss, divorce, relationship, challenges, all kinds. So these are all places where what eventually happens is what's happening for you right now, is we cannot love. We cannot let love, which is our true nature, flow through us. Right? Isn't that what's happening? Right now, there is no place in your heart from where you can love the person responsible for the death. Correct? So we have judgments, we blame, we have anger, and all of that, grief, all that are experiences of separation. So you and I will never know why he chose that kind of an experience. But souls choose that this is what I wish to experience. This is the person who will deliver that experience to me. And through this, we, means me and all the people associated with me, in this case, you, Joe, everyone will get an opportunity to grow in their compassion and in their love. You will get that invitation, and there is no wrongness if you don't take up on that invitation. And there's no wrongness if you choose not to forgive. If there's no wrongness if you never get to that place where you will have that view from the world of divine truth, not from world of humanity. Your perception right now is world of humanity, but there's also world of divine truth. And from the world of divine truth, nothing is out of order. Everything is in divine order, even though you and I cannot see that divine order right now. But there is definitely an invitation for love, an invitation for some healing, an invitation for some balancing of energy. It could be any of that. So from our human perspective, which is limited, and there is a reason why we don't have memory of what we agreed upon. These are called pre-birthing plans. So we go through project amnesia. So when we are born, it's wiped out, because otherwise you will not really feel the intensity of that anger. Let's say if you came to transform anger into love, or let's say that hatred into love, or whatever that, that sense of abandonment into sense of I belong. So whatever it is that you chose as your growth in this lifetime, you have to experience it through certain situations. So like I said, nothing that I can say right now will assuage you, but I invite you to just right now be willing to open yourself up to the perfection of this universe. I mean, there's a perfection with which everything has been created. So there's also perfection in every situation. There's a very beautiful book I can invite you to read. It's called Your Soul's Journey by Robert Schwartz. Yeah, Your Soul's Journey by Robert Schwartz, Schwartz. And it talks about 8 cases, like about a lady who chooses, I mean, we are creators of our life. Although it's hard to believe, how can I choose something like this? But I get it. But you've got to go there for you to experience that peace that you're looking for, that resolution and that closure that you're looking for. You've got to go there, right? It's tough, it's difficult, but go there, read it. Why did this woman have bomb blowing up in her face as an experience? Why are there experiences of miscarriage? Why are there, there are like about 8 cases studied there, but you'll get the gist of how we plan our journeys and how they are invitation to oneness eventually. Okay.
I'm actually reading a lot, and I'm trying to explore our Shastras, Vedas, Puranas, which I never did, but I started doing it because my brother's death has brought me to a question point. What is life?
So that is the purpose of your brother's death, my love, Please begin to see it. That is precisely the purpose. It's an invitation for you to start asking questions and to explore why life occurs. For me, it was cancer. For you, and my parents passing. But for you, it is this. So there will be some catalyst for each and every one of us, which will occur at some point of time. And there'll be multiples, perhaps. That will be an invitation for you to start returning to your truth. And he has served that role in your life.
He has brought me to that further depths. I myself am a healer. I'm blessed with a lot of things. I will not say everything is coming as a blessing, but this question here, you talked about forgiveness. I've actually tried forgiving that person, even like before attending this webinar of yours. But when I try to do that, I do it, but then I say, isko aadat pad gayi hai. That person is in a pattern. There's a Hindi saying,
Joe, I can't hear you.
In fact, Smriti, I'm just going to come in here very quickly. Joe, sorry. Hi, Smriti. Joe, there is definitely a lot of work that needs to go in here. And I would definitely suggest, if you remember, in fact, Smriti, I'm asking Joe, if you remember that one of the spiritual principles involved that Smriti mentioned is forgiveness. And you did have the question on that. This is very, very deep rooted. And thank you so much for bringing this question up. It is difficult. These are the toughest things to forgive, right, Smriti? That's where you should be able to not wait for an invitation to do the work, but invite yourself to do the work. And in fact, join Smriti with her work, because it will contribute to your journey. So for now, Joe, we're going to put this on pause, because this is deep rooted and deep seated.
It is. It's
and you should have and you should have time with Smriti for that. So yes.
Yeah, these are long journeys that we do over a period of 4 months, where we come to these closures and resolutions, and sometimes even longer. So yeah. But today we've opened your heart up. That's important. And it's important to feel what you feel. There's nothing wrong in not being able to forgive. That's part of the human experience. So fact, many blessings to you.
I would like to thank Joe for having the courage to ask this question and to come on video and to say it as well, because that takes courage. And if you have that courage, you have the courage to move on as well. Right, Smriti?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Many best wishes to you, Joe. And I hope you take on Smriti's work, because I do believe it'll help you a lot. And I did tell Payal that we will bring her on. However, at this point, because I know we have gone past a certain amount of time, Payal, if you'll just hold on, I will bring you on after we just let all of you know you've just experienced an amazing call in its entirety. Smriti, there were hardly any questions, so to speak, except one or two. Everybody is just so blown away, even towards Yamini's written, thank you so much, Smriti. I am at the same place of worry with regard to health and income, but after this session feels so much better and abundant. I was able to recognize all that I have and be grateful for. Alison also said, I did also thank you, sweet being, always a blessing. So grateful to receive from you. So I wish I didn't have to get this break in here, and I wish we could just go on and a lot more of you could just come in 10 minutes it was Smriti, and I wish we could do that. And maybe in some time in the future, maybe one call with Smriti will be that only 1 4-hour call. All right.
I'm always happy to.
We'll put the invitation out into the universe. Let's see what happens with that. For now, just to bring you back to what this work can actually do for you, not just with money, because there are these principles involved, including forgiveness. I'm coming back to forgiveness because it's one of the toughest to figure out, deal with, do understand. But your program, Smriti, is right here for that.
Yeah, and forgiveness is a module, huh? Forgiveness is a module in the Money Multiplier program. Yes.
Right. So before we go into the offer details, I do want to share with everybody, Smriti, this lovely testimonial that Aparna has sent in for you She was unable to attend today, but she's made a video and sent it. I'm going to share that and move into the offers. All right, people. So give me a quick moment while I refresh my screen and share this with you. You can see my screen, right, Smriti?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So this is Aparna and yeah.
Can't hear sound.
Sorry, give me you're not being able to hear sound?
No, not the sound. So just click on that sound now before
Wait,
you
one
share the
second.
video.
One second. Okay, this was working. This was doing well yesterday. I'm just give me a second. I'm just gonna try this again. It is playing on sound from there, Smriti. So I'm Shilpa.
Okay, just ask others. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, can anybody else hear? Yeah, they can hear.
Okay, so sorry.
All right. So even I got confused for a second. So I'll just do this again. And people, if you're unable to hear, please let me know. Okay, Poonam saying no sound. What about right now? Smriti, you still can't hear? No, can't hear video. Okay, hang on. Shilpa, I'm going to ask you to please help me.
And we ask for a lot of grace, as with technical things.
I personally believe that when God can't be everywhere, He plants angels to represent Him. And dear Smriti is an angel God sent for our family. I think the day I interacted with her a few years ago was one of my most blessed moment. And I remember what a kind of person I was. I used to be crying, cribbing, whining, feeling I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, even though I had been practicing alternate healing for almost 13, 14 years even then. But I had these strong belief systems coming from a very humble government military family, and also a very strong belief that I don't need to earn, it's my husband's responsibility to look after me. And that's when the class multiplier showed up in my universe, and that class just shifted everything for our entire family. The amazing shares which she would give us, the group energy, the beautiful downloads, the symbols, the meditation, everything, the forgiveness exercises, everything contributed to such massive growth that we got post retirement, the job which my husband wanted, the house which we wanted to shift. And starting from a salary of, say, my business was contributing to, say, 5,000 rupees a month. And I thought maybe, yes, I had the talent, but I didn't know how to probably monetize it. And Smriti guided me, literally holding my finger and talking to me about what a gift I am, what all products I can create, how I can package it. And the journey has been so beautiful. And yes, I shouldn't miss out on the amazing gifted calls which she gives. She's so generous, and the daily prompts which we get is also so amazing. I really look forward for it. There are moments when we do flip to the negative side of it, and immediately one of our prompts are there to tell us, and we bounce back immediately. One of her most important calls for me was one where I monetized my business, where today I have such a beautiful business where I'm able to take care of so many causes, so many people's causes, and my business looks after all my coaching programs and the multiple classes I do. My business looks after a lot of stuff for my own personal growth as well, which I just couldn't have thought of, say, maybe 2, 3 years before. And not only that, one conversation which was really magical for us was I really had this vision of buying a property which was in crores. And I was telling Smriti, what do you think with 25,000? You really think I can buy a 1 acre land? And she said it so casually that if the same God can create sun and moon, he doesn't know how to create a property for you. And of course, a few conversation with her. In just next 2 or 3 months, I called her up and said, "Hey Smriti, we've already registered for that property, and now we are owners of two beautiful property, a massive expansive business, and my husband also getting the kind of job which he wanted, the kind of salary which he wanted, and just not in money. We have seen expansion in every area of our life, the kind of villa which we live in, the kind of lifestyle which we have, the kind of causes we promote, kind of holidays which we have. And if it could be worked in only money, of course not. I've seen changes with respect to me as a person. I am no longer the same person. Everything about me has shifted. I'm so much more positive, so much more happier. And even in relationships, I'm able to see so much of shifts, and I've turned around relationships 360 degrees. So it's like uh, everything with her is so magical. And when I look forward, when I look at my life, I say, wow, what a what a transformation in me. And those visions which I had, probably something to happen in our lives, say at the age of 55, 60, are all happening into my life right away. That means I've literally brought the future to the present, and I owe this kind of expansiveness to, definitely, to all the gift Smriti has given us. And I'm so grateful to the universe, and I feel so blessed to be with her, to be associated with her. And I personally feel that so many people can benefit from her, because her vision is definitely to see this world as a beautiful place, to see every being as divine beings. And I really wish her from the bottom of my heart immense gratitude for Smriti and immense love for her. And may you always be a gift. Thank you so much, Smriti. Love you.
So amazing,
God.
really, Smriti. I mean, I think Aparna just like she just took every aspect of life and covered it for all of us because she's just done all of this with you.
And I have not seen this.
Oh,
I watched it with y'all.
nice. I like that.
Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Aparna. I know she's not on this call, but
Yes, it is
she does
wonderfully
the work.
said. Yeah, she's done the work, and it has reflected. And people, you've experienced, like I said, you've just been through an entire call with Smriti, which we wish was not coming to a close. You've been through the experience, very tiny fraction of what actually happens during the work that you do with her. And you've just heard from Aparna. So wait for this. This is what's up for you. Definitely is something that you want to look at for yourself. And we're just going to take you through this. Okay. Whereas you magnetize and multiply your money with Smriti Shivdasani. You have 3 simple packages. You have a money multiplier deep dive workshop plus money symbol practice. You have money magnetizing and healing program. And you have the option of package C, which is a combination of package A and B. And of course, there are bonuses. And Smriti will tell us what these packages are about. Do we need to repeat what are the possible gains from this, from magnetizing and multiplying your money with Smriti will be? We'll do it anyway for you. More riches with a new outlook in life, huge successes by attracting bigger and better opportunities, elevating income and lifestyle, long-term financial stability and success with new money habits. Forget what money stress feels like. Fill all other areas of your life. Become more confident, charismatic, magnetic, and alignment with abundance by being more aware and taking actions. So Smriti, what is package A all about?
Well, the benefits, and like I said, those three major things, like, shifting your identity and creating new blueprints, etc. You can literally change the trajectory of your monetary life. And we're going to do this via 8 Zoom calls where you will be on, and it'll be like an hour and a half each. And I'll take you through each of these principles. We'll identify how do we function, what is our identity, what are our blueprints. We will recognize all the blocks that are limiting the inflow of money, the creation of money, change the mindset, which then allows us to, draw in more money, change our vibration. Yeah. We look at how to stop doing certain things that we do, like very often, some we know we are doing them and we know we shouldn't be, and yet we do. And then there are certain things we don't even realize that we're doing them. So we stop that. Like I talked about languaging. Yeah, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm languaging, the way I'm being in my body. Yeah. And then you will learn certain principles, how to create the money, how to multiply the money, how to create good money habits. And of course, the money symbol that everybody's been talking about. So there's also a money symbol that was downloaded to me. And so I've kind of combined the symbol with a little bit of numerology. And as you do a practice of that symbol, it kind of embodies a certain kind of a vibration and mindset into you. So the more you embody it by doing the practice, the more it then results into new results that you've been asking for. And then, of course, you get very practical steps. Like it's not just theory, because theory is mere entertainment. The the goodies lie in the actual application. So my strength is to be to enable you to apply what you learn and act upon it, so that you can create the receiving, because receiving cannot happen without action. So let's move to the next. Yeah. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll do these 8 calls. That means you will be immersing yourself in 12 hours of expanding your concepts, raising your awareness, and workshopping. And of course, this is for your personal growth. It is not a practitioner training, it is for your own growth, which does not mean that the growth in you will not affect others. It creates massive ripple effect. So I invite you to be the light and be an invitation to others as well. Because when you see one person being able to accomplish something, you realize that, oh, if one person can, so can I, because we are all having similar potential. And of course, we'll be sharing the PDFs of all the notes so that you can revise very quickly. Recordings will be available to you on my website, and you can access them anytime, because repetition is what creates mastery. So we want you to have mastery. So PDF, read again and again, calls, listen again and again. And these are the dates. We will be starting off in November after the Diwali is over. So these are going to be on Thursdays. And we have the dates right in front of us, 16th, 23rd, 30th November. And then we have 7th, 14th, and 21st December. Then we, of course, have Christmas break, New Year's break, and then we resume on 4th and 11th, and we will complete the program. And the timing will be 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. India time, and that's Eastern time, start at 10 a.m. All right. So the money multiplier is the 8-module program. But because when you make a commitment to a program like that, I feel really grateful, and I like to honor your commitment. So as my gratitude for your commitment to be richer, to be abundant, and to be happier, I like to equip you with this bonus, which is the powerful money symbol practice. And you will use that. And then there is a support. So it's not like you've done the call, and then if you have any questions, you don't know what to do. Or even when the program is over, where do I go if suddenly something comes up? So throughout the 3 months, there is the support available through those 8 calls. And even after that, for a month, you will get support from me. So you can ask me questions, and I'm there to be with you and take you through it. And then there is a wow bonus. So at the start of the call, Neelu was talking about this weekend of wealth, and where all the various speakers, healers, experts are going to offer, calls in their area of their expertise. So my call is a bonus if you're choosing this package, and it's called Root Yourself in Abundance. It will be a little bit of a talk, helping you do your vision work, and then we'll go into a meditation where we'll release all the fear, anger, etc., that keeps us from having money, and then we will replace it with, because nature abhors vacuum. So when we release something, it's always a great idea to replace it with something that is constructive, in alignment with what you would love as your monetary reality. So we'll bring that in your body, those energies. So this is on the 3rd of November at 5:33 p.m. India time and 8:03 a.m. ET. Yeah, so that's package A. Yeah, money multiplier, 8 weeks deep dive, 8 Zoom calls. You get the money symbol practice as a bonus. You get 4 months of WhatsApp support. You root yourself in abundance. The meditation. All this is yours to have. So normally, when I run these programs independently, the cost is 781 US dollars or 57,348 INR. But Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies is a very special place. And this offer is something that we offer only here on this summit. And so you get this entire package only for $309 or 22,656 rupees. And that is like a 60% massive saving for you. And of course, the people who choose the WOW package get a further 10% off on this price. It's a steal. It's a very special price for all you special people on this special summit.
Fantastic and absolutely amazing. The details have already been posted in the group, but hang on, there are 2 more packages coming up, which you should definitely hear about. And Smriti, just before we go into package B, you want to tell us quickly about about Naina and her usage of the money symbol?
You want me to tell you, or you want Naina to tell you?
Yeah, so because is Naina here? Then maybe we'll get her on after we run through this. Okay, if she's here, we'll bring her on after.
Okay. I'm going to check with her.
Yeah. Package B.
Yeah. So there is money magnetizing. It's a very fun package, right? Where I give you some hacks, some tips, again, based on spiritual principles and energy principles, etc., where you get to, take certain actions which allow you to, or enable you to magnetize money more easily to you. So there is this one live group call where I'll share those principles, those hacks, and for 11 days, I will also, the transmission that I did a little while back, where we assessed how we felt. So I was running certain frequencies for you to create those shifts in your universe. So I'll be doing those every day for 11 days remotely. Yeah. So that's what money magnetizing is going to be all about. And so on the call, which will be a 2-hour call, I'll share the 10 techniques to, attract more money to you. We will learn how to use it practically. 11 days, this whole journey will be supported by the frequency transmission. And even if you're asleep or you're busy, you can set an intention and you can receive it because you have been put in that energetic group. So no worries, you can go about your day, and I will inform you when I'm starting. I'll inform you when I'm done. And if there are any messages for the day, sometimes some messages come through from the beings of light and I pass that on to you. And so you will receive healing frequencies for cleansing, self-love, self-forgiveness, pain relief, magnetizing, abundance, and manifestation. Okay. So it will start working at very subtle energetic level. And then you can even begin to see things shifting in your physical environment, because all shifts outside come from inside first. Yeah. It will also help you to expand your receiving so that you can have, more money coming in, and also enjoying the money and having the money, not like money comes and then it goes away. That's no joy. So to always be able to have abundant money. Yeah, so that's what this program will do for you. So again, this is a program for your growth, and we will be sharing the PDF of all the notes. And in fact, I'll be giving you prompts as well on a daily basis, reminding you today, use that number 1 or use that number 3, tip, that concept, that principle. And of course, the call recording will be available to you. There's that one call, and transmission, of course, is remote. So there's no recording to that as such. And so we'll meet on the 24th of November at 7 p.m. India time and 8:30 a.m. ET. We'll do this 2-hour live call. You can ask questions, and it will be an interactive thing. And 11 days of frequency transmission will happen from 26th November till 6th of December, every day at 8 p.m. India time.
And I think this is what Aparna was talking about, right? The prompts that you give on the group,
Yes.
reminders, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I give prompts because, it's very easy to attend a call and then go back to life, and life like takes over, right? It
Right.
gobbles you up. So
Right.
it's important to stay in the energy. It's like, if you really want to enjoy the ocean, you've got to go, dip into it every day. You don't say, oh, today I've had a bath. Now I don't need to have a bath till next year, right? So similarly, every day I get you to dip into that stream, be in those energies and start embodying them. So I give you 11 days of prompts to practice and apply what you have learned on that call. And there's WhatsApp support for a whole month, like beyond the class as well. And and then you also have Root Yourself in Abundance call as a bonus available for you if you're choosing this package. So what are you getting? 1 live group Zoom call. You get 11 remote frequency transmissions today, like the ones you got, but they'll be slightly longer. Yeah, they'll be like about 15 odd minutes, 20 odd minutes, mostly 15. Yeah, but sometimes it kind of goes a little more. And there'll be 11 days of getting you to practice it. And you'll be constantly supported on WhatsApp, through text. You can reach out anytime. And you will also have the Root Yourself in Abundance meditation, which will be again a live group Zoom call. Now, all of this is originally priced at $386 or 28,320 rupees. But like I said, I love the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies, and I can, I can only say, hey, you know what? Let's do our best to contribute to the growth of people's monetary reality, because when you have a great monetary reality, living becomes easier and you are free to pursue your talents and your skills and be a gift in the universe. So we make it as easy as possible for you to choose it. So all of that, like instead of 386 USD, you'll be paying only 175 USD, or instead of paying 28,320 INR, you'll be paying just 12,838 INR. That's a 55% savings for you, and you have an additional saving of 10% if you are a Wealth of Weekend buyer.
And the QR codes are again on the Telegram group as well. However, as I said, hang on, because wait for package C. And okay, this is just a comparison for you. Smriti, do you want me to just take everybody through it?
Yeah, I can take you through it. So
okay, yeah,
so obviously Money Multiplier is a deep dive, and Money Magnetizing is something to get you going and started and have fun beginning to magnetize money in your life. So Money Multiplier is 8 live group calls. Money Magnetizing is 1 live group call. And then in Money Multiplier, you have a deep dive money work across 3 months. And in Money Magnetizing, we do this over 10 days where, we keep applying it, but we start off with that 1 call where I share it all with you. And then in Money Multiplier, learn all encompassing money concepts and their applications. And Money Magnetizing, like I said, is quick, it's fun, it's practical application of money techniques. So you can have, the skills of magnetizing money, and then you have Money Multiplier if you want If you're somebody who says, you know what, I want more, then you go deeper and really understand the concepts, expand your awareness. And the more your awareness expands, the more you can create a greater reality. So, Money Multiplier includes comprehensive inner work for complete turnaround, and Money Magnetizing is more tools and practices for daily progress. So, which is why we decided that we should have actually, more as a package. So, we're coming to that. So, Money Multiplier includes that money symbol as your bonus. And in Money Magnetizing, we have a bonus of prompts every day. You're getting 11 days of healing frequency transmission. And then you get 4 months of WhatsApp support in the Money Multiplier. And you get bonus of 1 month WhatsApp group support in the Money Magnetizing. And both programs get the bonus of Root Yourself in Abundance live group call. That's common for both. So here
That's
you
just a
are.
comparison there,
Yeah. So Money Multiplier, a deeper dive, 309 USD, 22,656 INR, and Money Magnetizing, 175 USD, 12,838 INR. This is a fabulous price advantage because you're coming together as a group. And like I said, I want to honor you. And I'm so glad to have Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies partnering with me on this and, getting this out there, to enable and contribute to everybody's growth.
And in fact, the very deep question here is, Smriti, what is better than Money Multiplier Deep Dive and Money Magnetizing Healing Program? What is better than both of these individually? It is both of them together.
Yeah, I wanted both. So, if I had to look at it, and I've been through this journey, remember? I was a student once, right? And then I applied it. And then I've brought in my own expertise, my own journey, my own understandings, realizations. And then when I've used it with my clients, I've brought their experiences in. I know what works, what doesn't work. And I know that ultimately, why are we here? We're looking for some results, right? So my job is to get you those results. So this is an option where you can combine the two and have a very dynamic program for yourself. So you get package A, the Money Multiplier, you get everything that's part of it, the 8 live calls, the bonus symbol practice, the WhatsApp support for 4 months, the Root Yourself in Abundance group call, plus you get the package B, which is, one live group call, 11 days of frequency transmission, prompts on WhatsApp to get you to apply what you're learning, and of course, a 1 month WhatsApp group support. So now, if you look at this A plus B, what you would have originally paid would be 1,133 USD and 83,190 INR. But all you beautiful, special people, you get this at 436 USD, 31,945, plus additional 10% saving for the WOW buyers. So this is a massive special pricing done for you guys for this particular summit only. I want you to know that. This is not available to you if you come to me directly. This is only via this summit.
Right.
And those are the QR codes.
Yes. And I do want to mention, even though I'm terrible at mental maths, but the fact is that 22 and 12 is anywhere around 34, right? And then there's another 600 and 800. So it'll be at least 35 plus thousand rupees. And you get both of them at just 31,000 rupees, 945, which is actually, if you look at it, it's a further savings. And then you can add your special code as a Weekend of Wealth purchaser as well.
And Nilu,
So, yes.
that pricing, just $11 and $999, and you get 10% off on whichever program you choose. I think is brilliant.
$15, Smriti.
$15.
No,
Sorry about that.
Yes.
But that's brilliant.
Yes,
I must say.
That's why we've been reminding everybody in the beginning of the calls, because they can still pick it up and still utilize it for your office today as well.
Yeah.
So pick that up and then add your further usage here. Of course, disclaimer very quickly, it's there. If you buy the wow today, you cannot utilize it in any of the previous. You can utilize it today onwards in any. However, not to digress from there, this is what you get to do with Smriti. Invite more money, have more money, enjoy more money, all of it with ease, with the one and only Smriti Shivdasani. Very,
Really,
very
thank
great,
you.
amazing offers as always, Smriti. And we are hugely past time and it's lunchtime and everything. I did mention this earlier. Can I just do a quick check if Payal is still here and we
Sure.
can take care of her? And Payal, if you're here, just put your video on. Okay, I'm not getting a response. Okay, I know she's here, but I don't know if she's heard me. Payal. if
So
you
while
can
we're
hear
waiting
me-
for Payal, I must tell
Yes.
you about Nena. So Nena started
Yes.
using money multiplier, the money symbol,
Symbol.
and her income initially doubled, and then it went more and more. And initially, Nena didn't believe that it was possible for her to earn like a 5-figure or a 6-figure income, and now she's able to do that very easily. Like it's like a no-brainer for her now. Of course, that doesn't mean that we stagnate and we don't grow. There's always that aspiration for more, and we continue on that journey together.
Absolutely. And in fact, Smriti, there was there's one of your clients, I think, Ronak, because, throughout
Rochak.
you've been,
Rochak is, yeah, I think she's
Uh,
also on this
there's-
call. And
throughout the time we've been talking about, you've been talking about the mindset and everything. And I read somewhere that that was written in that there was this very pessimistic outlook to money. Yes. Is that the same person we're talking about? Because is it Rochak? Is it the same person? Money multiplier, right?
no, money magnetizing.
Okay, because I was
Rochak was part of
Rochak
was part of the money magnetizing program, and yeah, she's benefited a lot. And the whole outlook towards money has changed for her. I think she's here. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
whether
I've
we
got her.
can-
She's listening to you. Hi,
She's
Rochak.
a doll.
Hello, I'm truly grateful to Smriti, the love she's shown me and the support she's and the first person I can be vulnerable with her. Like she's anytime I feel vulnerable and I really want to discuss something, I'll go to her. And she helped me in so many aspects of life. We started with radical forgiveness, then radical self forgiveness. All of her calls, all of her classes are like truly helpful, and I must say that she transformed me into a new person. Like before meeting her, I was completely living my life in victimhood, and now there is so much awareness of what I'm thinking, what I'm talking about. And yeah, and I did this money magnetizing 101 with her, and it helps me in different aspects. First we did radical forgiveness, then I got one, like I was trying to get a job, and then I got a job immediately after doing radical forgiveness with her. And then when I did 101 money magnetizing with her, like I have given money to many people, like some of my cousins, some of other people, and I really I didn't remind them, and suddenly they returned all the money without even reminding them. And if I need to remind that the thing, usually we have a thing, we can't ask our own money from other people's, and because we feel wrongness in that. Then when I did money magnetizing 101, that whole idea is completely changed for me. And she's the most amazing person I have ever met in my life.
Oh, Rochak, thank you so much, my darling. So happy for you.
Yeah,
And
and now
Rochak has skilled up, by the way. Rochak has skilled up, and She's doing some amazing things which she
Yeah,
would have never dared do before. No, Richard?
yeah, she was like, she was in the first time, like in the first half, we are talking about creating different streams for money. So for me, I think in June or May, we were discussing in a call, we are discussing that I really want to do a yoga teacher training and all. And after a month, it happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And now I'm taking yoga classes. I'm creating reel on Instagram. I'm creating I started like, again, I started taking tuitions with my job. And yeah, I really want to look forward that I'm looking for some new job, my dream job. So I'm manifesting that as well. So hope,
Yay!
Fantastic. Super. That is
yeah.
amazing, Rajak. That is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. And I didn't realize you've been here since the beginning, because you actually, she recalls something from the absolute beginning that you had mentioned about generating different
Yeah,
avenues for,
multi money. Yeah.
right, right,
Yeah, the call is like it's a awakening call, because some of the things I also forgot. Because
right.
usually, one thing I also tell you that Navneeta told, and Aparna ma'am, actually through Aparna ma'am only I met her. So the prompts are like, I don't know how she got to know that this person needs this thing. And suddenly, no, but me, works like magic. Okay, I'm feeling irritated with somebody in some of the aspects, and then suddenly prompt will come that, see the divinity in this kind of situation. So I really don't know कि इनको idea कहाँ से आता है.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Smriti is the warden in the hostel who you never see, but who always knows what's going on, so she will let you know. Right? Smriti? Just
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
yes,
what, very
yes.
honestly. It's nothing to do with me. You know, God, God is grand overall design. And because it is my commitment to serve that grand overall design, that grand overall design knows what's going on in everyone's life. And it'll just simply put an idea in my head. Say this, say that, call this person, send this person this message. I just follow on it, right? Because I'm here to serve. So I'm guided.
Absolutely.
Very much
Uh,
accurate.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rochak and Smriti. Thank you for what an amazing, super duper awesome, so Devi Summit call. Could not have asked for any better, any more. It's been so fantastic just listening to you. I'm thinking, as how am I supposed to recap everything for everybody? I'm going to say you've got to listen to the call. All I'm going to say to you is, there are things that are holding you back. Go and listen to what Smriti says about it. Okay, whatever's holding you back, it's right here on the call. What you need to do about it, what you could possibly do about it, is spread across tips and the spiritual principles that she teaches in class, but 3 of which she has mentioned on the call, including tithing, which is you cannot get before giving, the
Service.
forgiveness, in service and forgiveness, and 4 laws: law of supply, law of sufficiency, law of resonance, law of vibration. Not eco class. So you've got to, if you want to understand it, come back and listen to the replay. We've heard amazing things from Aparna and Navneeta and Rochak right now. We've heard from Smriti how her own life has had such a turnaround. After all this, all you got to do is go scan that QR code or click on the link. And in case you have forgotten what the price is, it was just mentioned to you, it was just given to you. It is still on your screens, but I will just tell you again. Package A, Money Multiplier Deep Dive, 22,656 rupees only, or $309 US. Package B, Money Magnetizing Healing Program, 12,838 rupees only, or $175 US. And only one, take both. package C at only 31,945 rupees or $436. Smriti, I don't know how to ask you. Are there any last words you want to tell us before leave? Because
Well, I just want to
keeping it
say,
tradition, yes.
I just want to say, my loves, you are more than what you know you are. Okay. So please recognize who you are and step into that identity, embody that identity, and know that you're always supported by that divine intelligence, that power that is right within you. It's breathing you. On your own, you cannot be, you cannot make your next heart beat, right? So you are totally supported. So go for it. Change your reality, whatever it is that you want to change. You're very, 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 very powerful. I love you. And it was my honor, my privilege to have served you today. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for your time. And Neelu, I love you. You're phenomenal.
I
And I
love
love the way you
you.
hold space for everybody. And a big thank you to the entire team, because I know the kind of work that has gone in to create the summit. I'm saying it again. Really grateful for the work you guys do. Bless you, bless you, bless you. May you grow from strength to strength to strength. And
Thank
everybody
you.
on this call, loads of love and blessings to you, your family, your loved ones. God bless.
Thank you so much, Smriti, again for your lovely words. People, Smriti returns on the Weekend of Wealth on 3rd November. In the meantime, we return tomorrow, same place, same time, 12:33 p.m. IST. See you on day 4 of the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies. Awesome Devi Summit. Bye, Smriti. Thank you.
Bye, darlings.